How has it been so far? How do you feel about today's summit?
It's so far, today has been, this week in general has been a very, very fruitful week. The attendance, the vibration, the energy, the excitement, especially seeing a lot of bankers and fund managers and asset managers coming to town together with the whole financial community in Hong Kong has been tremendous.
The government did arrange an Implus tour and dinner. You've lived in Hong Kong for many years. Do you think the government has put on a good enough show for all these guests?
I think the most important is the fact that the government, and especially Hong Kong MA, has been able to draw attention and to be very successful in getting the main global banks and global financial institutions into town. That by itself is a great success.
Why do you think it's important to have these in-person events and to have invited so many big names to Hong Kong?
There has been a very jealous eagerness to come back to the city. And these events demonstrates the willingness of government, the willingness of the Hong Kong MA to move on and show to the world that Hong Kong is progressively opening up, that the restrictions of COVID will ease off, and they are being eased off. And the attendance of these global players is a demonstration that also there is a huge interest in the international financial players to promote Hong Kong and return Hong Kong to the main center.
Navigating uncertainty is one of the themes of the summit. How is DBS changing its strategy to overcome the challenges that we are seeing today?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question, because the bank has been very steady and very stable in its strategic intent, especially in Hong Kong, and the role that DBS plays in Hong Kong and as a very important offshore center for China and to China. Our strategy is not changed.
As you said, Hong Kong is starting to open up. Does DBS see this as an opportunity to bring more people to its Hong Kong office or expand its team?
We have. In fact, we have not stopped bringing talent to the bank in Hong Kong. In fact, in the last 12 months, we have attracted a numerous of not only young but also very senior talent to come to DBS Hong Kong, because this is a very exciting place to be.
Speaking of innovation, this week also coincided with Fintech Week. The government did announce that it wants to promote virtual assets. Does DBS see this as an opportunity?
It's important for Hong Kong as a financial international center to also regulate and welcome the new asset classes that have been already accepted in some parts of the world. We are a very important player in the digital assets. As you know, we have a digital ecosystem in Singapore, and therefore we benefit substantially because we just will have to bring our experience of certain months in Singapore into Hong Kong.
Looking forward to the future, we're nearing 2023. Do you see any other opportunities or challenges on the horizon?
We need to move away from COVID restrictions. We need to very rapidly remove the last mile of the 0+3 and start opening, fully opening Hong Kong as other centers and countries have done. And of course later on, and that is dependent on what China does with the COVID measures, but opening the border, reopening the border will be critical for Hong Kong, making efforts to especially, or at least open the borders with GBA. That is my hope, to once again open up, and therefore there's hope, and I'm very optimistic about this.